Hayek differentiated between rules consciously designed and imposed on society by government officials and rules that emerge, undesigned, from social interactions among people over time. He called rules imposed on society by government officials legislation, and he contrasted legislation with those rules that emerge, which he called law. Hayek's concept of law is a lot like what we today refer to as social norms. Let's try to simplify this distinction with an example. This is Julie. Julie is going to the movies. When Julie enters the theater, she finds a seat and puts her coat on it. This small act sends a signal to others that the seat is now taken. People recognize from the placing of the coat that someone has staked a claim, so to speak, on that seat for the duration of the movie. No one will move Julie's coat or sit in that seat. This rule is a social norm or convention that governs our behavior. No government imposed this rule as a law, but so what? We all recognize and follow this rule. And we would interpret someone who ignores this rule by moving Julie's coat and then taking the seat as someone who violates normal social behavior. In other words, this social norm constrains the way we act and allows us to interact with one another more effectively. Another example can be seen when Julie goes to get popcorn. There's a line at the concession stand. But rather than push to the front of the line by cutting ahead of everyone, Julie stands at the back and waits her turn. This is a typical social norm that we all naturally follow without thinking, and we expect others to do the same. It does not require a government for its enforcement. Hayek explained how these social norms that emerge over time, through people interacting with one another and figuring out what works, powerfully govern our behaviors toward others so that society functions productively, collaboratively, and peacefully.